Okay, so I'm going to bring in Dan Singjoy. So Dan, describe in Eden in less than 5 words. Go.
Eden is helping people cooperate.
Boom. Just nailed it.
Purpose of this meeting is to call the Genesis members of the Eden community together.
You've mentioned value and the value of belonging to Eden. In this first instance, we're talking Eden, not Eos. What do you see as the value of belonging to Eden, and why? Because I feel like that's a question that comes up a lot in the community, especially as we're trying to find new members. Like, people often wonder, what's in it for me? Like, why should I put my time into this? Perhaps you could speak to that a little bit, or anyone else too after.
Obviously, everyone's got different motivations and reasons to value being part of a community. In this situation, Eden is a new governance model based on ideas of fractal democracy, as I discussed in my book. It's really designed to empower the individual, right? The idea is, as individuals, we're kind of powerless against the machine of society that's out there. But if you can get 2 people together, well, they're more powerful than one, and they're more powerful than 2 people that are not cooperating. 2 people cooperating are more powerful. You get 1,000 people together, and now they're even more powerful. If they come together for the purpose of maximizing the power and impact that the individuals have in the world, that common purpose, then you can do more to achieve your personal objectives by aligning with a group that's aligned with the direction you want to go than by doing it out on your own. So that whether that's supporting some charity, whether that's seeing EOS be successful, or whether that's creating a new political party that's going to elect the president of a country. Whatever objective you're trying to do with other people, with the goal is to empower the individual. Eden is a governance structure designed to empower the individual without, at the end of the day, leaving the individual subject to a new power structure that leaves them powerless, right? Democracy can empower some popular tyrant to control everyone. But once you get the popular individual into power, how much power does the individual have left to change the edicts of the tyrant that they put in there? In this case, the tyrant might be doing things, they might be benevolent, but people immediately lose power because they don't have the ability to reach new consensus. And so how can you reach consensus without giving up your power? And that's what Eden's all about.
All right, so hello everybody. Today is October 12th. We are 3 days post the first official Eden on EOS election. It was a thrill, it was a rush. I have a guest, Han Ryu here, very known guy in the EOS community, so I think it's okay he sits in. This is all a public thing anyway, everyone's gonna be able to see this and view this. So it's our first meeting of many. We will discuss a few points here, and yeah, this is just gonna be a live discussion, banter, transparency. Here we go.
You can always reach out in the Eden members channel, and then also I think eossupport.io. There's a live chat there.
One other thing came up when I was talking to Randall, I just want to mention real quick, which is that for those of you who are savvy and understand the contract, we just ask that you do not call elect process before on your own, just in case we're waiting another 30 seconds for some group to wrap it up or something. We don't want someone to get overzealous, and when the round ends, just call it. So.
Oh, I just wanted to say hello to everyone in the Eden community participating in today's election. I'm unfortunately not going to be running today, but hopefully my being here and wanting to participate is seen. And obviously I'm signaling that I will be participating in, if not this election, which I don't think will be happening because of a bunch of things going on within our within the U.S. Congress and my potential U.S. senatorial run out of the state of Vermont. I'm not going to be able to do this at this time, but I'm here. I will be tuning in and observing, and look forward to participating in the future. And I want to thank everyone for showing up and contributing to this incredible experiment that I think is the beginning of something extraordinary.
Barnes just voted for Edgar Fernandez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very interesting. Also, we've got 20 minutes left in this round, 10 minutes left in the meeting segment, and no consensus yet. I think people are really probably enthralled with all of the wonderful proposals that are out there. I don't think they're going to do it.
Can any of them?
We've never
persuade?
seen this where 4 people vote for them, or everybody votes for themselves, and essentially nobody is even tipping, right? If you had 2 people vote for one, and all it required was another person, but this is like, no.
Yeah, this is
not doing
unprecedented.
this.
I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Just
set up
this is-
for this last 10 minutes. That
Group
way.
2
Yeah.
is also interesting, right? We have originally Michael O'Sullivan quickly voted for Dan Singjoy within the first 10 minutes or so, and then he changed the vote for himself after John Peter voted for him, and now Dan just votes for himself live on the air while they're clearly listening to this group. They're listening to this. And they're now voting for Michael.
Michael is
live.
Yeah.
Wow.
Michael currently has the consensus.
Whoa,
good thing we
things
got
change
Zachariah
fast.
into the group.
Better than football.
What will Zachariah do? We got him in there, right?
Group three
and
just picked up another. Wei Jun Lee finally votes for Brock, so Brock has unanimity in group number 3.
Well, we got kicked off because of the Zoom limit.
So who are you going to vote for?
So consensus is not being achieved in group 5.
Trying to see if somebody else breaks the vote first.
You're playing chicken.
Well,
yeah,
you've got 3
did
minutes
that
to
with
play
Chris
chicken.
that time.
3 minutes
there
till no one
somebody-
advances.
Is there
No one
somebody in the group that's
advances, and
willing,
there are only 4 chief delegates.
is there somebody in the group that's willing to represent the interests of all the people in the group?
But it's the first time, right? I believe it's the first time that this happens.
But nobody wins.
US for the other
Well, to be honest, the system wins. That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
The design of the system.
Oh,
wins.
we just had a change.
The system works well. The
Chuck
system works.
McDonald.
Oh,
Oh,
the designer.
Stair shifted for
Chuck
Chuck.
needs to pull through with one more vote. He's got a minute left. A minute left. So
Ah.
Come on,
Jay
Jay.
or Zadier would have.
I think
to-
Jay-
Now the choice is either Chuck or no consensus.
They're gonna do it. I believe in them. Someone's.
I believe they'll go for Chuck. I told you guys my money's on Chuck. He's going to win.
Yes.
He's going to pull it through.
Go for it. Go for it.
What's this
Javier,
music?
you already have your brother.
It's seconds left.
Man.
Got 60 seconds left.
You don't want
Mark,
you
you're just
don't want
messing with me.
nepotism to develop a need.
What?
Man. You don't
Mark's just
Hey,
fucking
that's
around.
your brother.
Hey, guys.
Mark just
You
fucked around.
the chief delegate. What, you wanna make
guys,
it
I need the
family-
floor for a
family
second.
feud,
Okay,
Jay Taylor is going to speak.
I'm having technical difficulties. I'll get it done. I need a few more seconds. I'll vote for Chuck though, on the record. Let me see. I'll get there.
There's only 30 seconds left, and
I'll
at this
get there.
time, Chuck would not be winning if Jay votes for him, though. He would be
but
now.
Marcus- Yeah.
Mark
How
just
do I
switched
change my
again.
vote?
Chuck's box.
Change
Sign
vote. Here we go, guys. Signing certificate.
15, 14.
Congratulations,
13.
Chuck.
Well,
Happy now?
Not yet.
No.
Yes,
It is.
yes, it just moved through with like 5 seconds. Oh, with 2 seconds left. With 2 seconds left.
Oh,
unanimous.
You guys,
Oh, my goodness.
Wait till you see how much Chuck had to pay me for that vote.
After this day's over, it's short, talking is nice. But if there's one recommendation that I can make that I would like to see different than season one, and season one was amazing, it was great, it's more doing, less talking in circles, less talking about philosophical ideas, not coming to anything, waiting for unanimous consent for everything, ultimately leading to months on end of very little happening. And we don't have that luxury. And so the leaders that have been elected today, the 5 leaders, what I'm hoping is that they continue the process that we've seen today, which is in a very short period of time, coming together, talking about a particular subject, but coming to a decision within, today was an hour time. I'm hoping that we see that replicate more frequently. So whatever topic there is, one of the first ones will be the bylaws. I'm hoping that moves along, that I'm not talking about this in another month's time or in 2 months' time, or that in the next election, we're still waiting on that. That for me would be a failure. And it's less so about what the delegates will do. That is less of a concern for me and the ENF. It is more so about whether or not you are doing things. So making mistakes is fine. Rapid iterations, frequent, small, rapid iterations is what I'll be looking for. And that will definitely determine how much funding gets added into the treasury. If nothing happens, I don't see any need to add funds to the treasury.
Because Chuck would vote for myself at the end, but there was no too much time, and he was not able to do. And I have the proof into our Telegram. We have spoke. So I will move to the next round normally, but he has not the time to click. The page was already finished to click.
Yeah. Okay, so then here we got Dan moved on, and then looks like the next round just started here. We can create the Zoom link, but the second round here, we should have full participation, rooms of 5 and 2 rooms of 4. Cool. This stream has been open for 5 hours now. Yeah, 5 hours ago, started the stream.
Yeah.
Those who've made it this far, congrats. I hope you watch this at double speed. Save yourself some time.
So the question I have, and it's for all of you, is basically, what are your thoughts on our proposed bylaw changes? And do you plan to vote for them? And also, what's your thoughts on the Eden member service, the pooling of resources? Are you going to make use of them? And if so, to what extent?
So thank you so much, Michael, for the amazing term for stuff and all your great work in the past 3 months. I really, really appreciate it. And also thank you for setting up the Bywire with the town hall with Felix and I. That's been an amazing experience. And yeah, thank you so much for everything. And then to answer your questions, so the bylaws, I've heard good arguments in both ways. Like, I think that the most contentious issue has been the idea of increasing the disbursement rate from 5% to 15%. And I'm not 100% sure what I think is best.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
0.
Happy New Year.
Go!
All right, here we got.
I'm
not even on the page.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to load
Max
it.
is making the survey.
Luca.
Congratulations. Oh, perfect.
Congratulations.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you, the algorithm.
It's Luca.
the big algo.
Nice. Yeah, baby.
Congratulations.
Speech for the head chief.
You have a head chief delegate.
Speech.
I don't know. I didn't prepare
Sing
anything.
Sing something.
You're
going to transfer the difference to the treasury now, correct?
Sure.
He's not convinced.
Why wouldn't I? I'm very convinced. This is what I said. This is why I said it in front, so that there will not be any questions later. Well, yeah, thank you everyone. I will not speak much.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the Eden and EOS election number 4 live stream. This is the public room, and we are joined by the entire EOS community today. And welcome everyone. The election starts in about 25 minutes. And you are now part of history. This is documented and re-recorded, and in 100 years, people will be studying this as the genesis of democracy. And I'm so impressed with this. So we had Dan, Luca, all voting for themselves, and Javier, and then Javier stole the show. Looking forward to seeing that video. I wonder what he said.
You mean from the group that I was in with Luca and Javier and Pascal?
Yeah, we were watching the votes in real time, and there was it was just exciting.
Yeah, tell us what happened.
Cool. Yeah, well, it's always exciting. I've enjoyed listening to a lot of the last minute change votes in past Eden elections. So, yeah, well, basically, I mean, I guess maybe it wasn't as exciting as it seems. So Edgar mentioned that we should probably vote for ourselves in the beginning if we wanted to run, just because that's a good thing to do in case, I guess there's a technical error or something like that. So both Javier and Luca and myself, we all wanted to run, and so we all voted for ourselves. And then it was a very interesting discussion. It was good. Yeah, I recommend checking out the video when it comes out. But basically, we decided that Javier is doing awesome work, and we all agreed on it rather quickly, and Pascal kind of helped with some guiding words that I suppose helped everybody see it that way.
All right, the next randomization has happened. Damn.
Very
I'm with
successful.
Edgar and Han. Oh no.
Oh wow.
I'm having it.
I wish I could be there for that.
And Michael, you're doing a great job moderating. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. It's my first
thank
time.
you, Michael.
All right, brilliant. We have a whole new set of chief delegates. I'm really, really excited about that. Are any of our new delegates in the room? Jesse, you go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm so grateful and excited to return to the chief delegate tier. I want to thank Gav and Vlad, Patrick, Lenny from our first group. Our plan, we're taking a narrow approach to grow Eden and grow the membership. I'll be contributing a percentage of my budget to the Eden Fractal because we're using the Eden Fractal as essentially an incubator for members to participate in the election. So Eden Fractal is going to be our hub for crypto networking. And then the Eden Fractal community is going to grow these members. We're not going to talk about EOS at all before that stage. My job is to execute the outreach process. The bees will do that. We're not going to talk about EOS. We're just about a general crypto marketing. All chains are welcome. And then in Eden Fractal, they'll learn about EOS. So this theoretically, they'll learn about EOS for the first time, and hopefully they'll graduate to an election participant. So this is the approach that we're taking, working very closely with Nova Crypto. He's building tools for us to execute our outreach process, and the Eden Fractal is a huge component of this. And so I also want to just thank Dan as the founder of Eden Fractal. I was always very excited about it, but I couldn't have guessed how integral it would be in Eden. And so thank you everyone for your votes. And I'm just looking now at the other chief delegates, and I'm super excited. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Jesse, very much.
That's great. Okay, let's look for some new blood. Let's have a look. Oh, Paul Waxer, it's on you. Spotlight's on you. Congratulations.
Thank
Tell
you very
us
much.
what it means to you to be a chief delegate.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you. I've just been congratulated by my cat on repeat very loudly, so I apologize if that comes through. Yeah, thank you to everyone who voted for me through the process. There's obviously a lot of talent within this ecosystem. I really appreciate it. So one of my overall plans is to organize Eden with a new website that brings currently what we have as circles under one umbrella as an Eden DAO, and just make sure that everybody is operating under the same identity. And I really look forward to working with the chief delegates that have been elected so far. So I think we'll work in sync very well to achieve what I'm proposing.
So, Waxer, what is your overall goal for this term? Are you going to approve the bylaws? Are you going to set new bylaws? What's your whole vision? We're really excited. Obviously, the website is going to be great, and you've done fantastic work with it so far, so congrats. But tell us more.
Yeah, so yes, I'll be approving all the bylaws so far that I've read through. They all seem great. Obviously, been following Chris Barnsley's been proposing them with the rest of the chief delegates. So yeah, very interesting and great work. I'm not sure quite yet what bylaws I'm going to be proposing myself to achieve what I want to achieve. I'm not sure if I need any, but we'll see what comes up with the group as we continue with the discussions. So yeah, the website is the first part, but then that's also going to be incorporating hopefully Mohammed's reputation system as well on that same platform. And I'll be working with Dan Singjoy and the rest of the circle leads like yourself as well to make sure everything is coordinated and we put in position exactly what you need to be able to operate at full capacity. There's also going to be a marketing aspect to what I proposed as well. So once we have something which is more easy to sell and a location where people can be directed to with regards to Eden on EOS specifically, there'll be a strategic marketing plan put in place. And we're going to be using the various platforms that we have available to us. Unfortunately, we don't have the Eden on EOS Twitter account, but we do have the Chiefs account, which Chris Bond set up. So we'll be using that and other channels which sprout out as well. Stage one, make the website, make sure everyone's united under one umbrella, make sure everyone's happy with that process, and speak to everyone within the community as I start developing it as well, and then market it.
Awesome. Waxer is a man with a plan. I'm very excited to see what happens. All right, Riki, do you want to come on and say a few words? This is your moment. Congratulations.
Sure. It's Reiki, but you can also just say Rai. So
my apologies. My apologies.
None required. So the people I'm representing and the rounds that I'm going through, it was pretty clear the main focus is around coordination, governance, and contribution accounting, or like how do we actually have a container for people here to be able to show up to, do good work together, get seen for doing that work, and make decisions together so we can start building a functional community. So that's what I've been doing in the crypto Web3 space for. Nice. All right, so y'all don't see me. I'll keep this one pretty short then. I'm here to bring some of the experience I've had in designing ecosystems and decentralized systems and networks, and we'll coordinate, make decisions together. We ran a DAO for and still running, and it's been 4 years now. We've done hundreds of decisions with hundreds of people. So we had 10,000 plus people join seeds. 100 decided to become citizens and participate in governance. Coordinated and didn't coordinate what we could do. So I'm coming with that. However, my first part of this process is to sense with the community, get to know some of the other what's really important and what's the most important thing for us to focus on as a community. And then the deliverable will be either something complete that community members can step into immediately, that's my bias, or a white paper for something we can build that represents what the community actually wants to coordinate with. So one of those two would be a deliverable in my time here. It really depends on what all the chief delegates. So I'm embarking on that journey, and it'll be fun to see what we can do together. And it's been a really cool process so far.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
So I'll probably pause there.
Wow. Okay. Is Javier here? Is he back in the room yet? Javier, are you anywhere? No. Okie dokie. Maybe you couldn't work out the tech. Okay, Chris, do you want to say a few words. I know you're a bit shy, but try and find the confidence somewhere.
Oh my God. I'm loving this set of chief delegates. I think this is really cool. We've got lots of new blood. That was an important thing that, like I mentioned earlier, that came up in my room, that the importance of having new blood. So we've definitely achieved that. Really exciting. I think, yeah, we're gonna do a lot. So in terms of bylaws, certainly I'm going to be supporting ratification since I helped propose them. So that's easy. And if I will share that link once I'm done chatting here, if anyone's curious to see what that might look like. One of the things that we'll get to test is this dispute resolution tool, which is specifically focused on removing members. And I think we might have a good example, not that we want to remove members, that's not necessarily the most fun thing, but we did have a repeat offender for someone who showed up, didn't turn their camera on, voted, didn't say a word, and really did affect the outcome of their room, like tangibly affected the outcome twice in a row. So I think that's something we need to address. And it's an opportunity now, once we ratify this bylaw and make it an official thing. So part of that, what that bylaw includes is the new circle. So maybe one of the HIFA folks can come on and explain far better than I will what holacracy is and how this circle thing works. And one of the circles that we'll need to create, it's currently titled as bonds.eden. And what it is, it's basically a circle lead who will take the responsibility of this dispute resolution tool. So that's that. What else? The other thing that I'll throw out here, so part of my big pitch and what I've mentioned a few times is this independent national convention. It's at the end of this month. There's an opportunity. So what this is, it's a coalescing moment of all non-two-party groups throughout the United States to come together under one kind of banner, organize as this independent movement to basically break away from the two-party system, which anyone in here who's familiar with More Equal Animals, which is what this whole community is predicated upon, that is deliberately breaking away from a two-party system and introducing this idea of independence. And so that's huge. And what we can do is Eden. So any delegate, level 1 or chief delegate who would like to pool funds, I'm taking my first month's distribution with anyone else who'd like to pool to hopefully raise $10,000 to become an official sponsor. Eden and EOS can be an official sponsor of that. So even though I'll have a chance to speak on the main stage, I think it's important that we try to also put our sticker on the flag and people. So it's not just that I'm speaking, but we actually have a logo. It's great for EOS. Keep it. Like, another thing I'd like to see what might happen is we will create an instance of Eden deliberately for this movement. So all of these independents will need to create an EOS account. That's great for EOS, and then use the tool that would be a custom built version of Eden for this movement. That could be hundreds of thousands. If this is, I mean, if we talk great potentialities, we know there's a lot of independents out there. If they can get under this kind of banner and want to test this process on a blockchain, which is hopefully the future of voting, do it on EOS. So this is awesome for EOS. There is a request. I'm going to kind of maybe nudge, and we can all maybe see if the ENF is thinking that they might want to support this. And maybe it's just through a top-up. Eden could stand to have a top-up of funds. Maybe we ask the ENF, and I've talked about this already, but ask for a top-up of funds, and then some of those funds filter into chief delegates and level 1 delegates to then become a sponsor. So it's not that the network has to sponsor this and become a sponsor, but Eden can. Obviously highlighting that EOS is a huge part of that. And we can attach the EOS blockchain, this come from behind community, sticking it to the man, coming together against all odds. That's exactly what the independent movement is all about. It's a match made in heaven between a blockchain community and an actual independent movement community throughout the US. So anybody who wants to support that and try to collect funds to get to the 10 grand level, that would be amazing. And I'll stop there for now.
So, Lovejoy, as the ENF representative on the call, how much extra money will you guys be? I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to bring in Dan Singjoy. So, Dan, describe in Eden in less than 5 words. Go.
Sure. Thank you, Michael. Also, thank you, Douglas, too. Those are great words. Eden is helping people cooperate.
Boom. Just nailed it.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Lovejoy, in the comments too. I've been thinking about that as much as possible. And I do think it's important that we can summarize what Eden does succinctly. So I think another way to summarize it is also empowering communities. And that's also important. We want communities with more power and individuals with more power, and to be able to do the things that they love and they want and that people need. I'm really excited about how the Eden process can give people more independence and power to get things they need, and then like do things that they love. I feel like I just put that in different words and kind of repeated it, but like I'm envisioning that this Eden process and these Eden processes that we have can greatly empower musicians and artists and scientists and doctors and all sorts of people who are doing helpful things for the world to enable people to cooperate and coordinate.
Sorry.
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Jesse Jaffe.
Jesse Jaffe.
Congratulations.
Jesse, congratulations.
I'm on a hot streak because I participated in the EOS Respect from EOS Support election, and I was also got the randomization there too.
Speech.
Well, the role of the head chief has really changed from the original plan for Eden, Dan, and team, and but I still recognize that it's a symbolic position to represent how sortition can help defend against incumbency. That's what its original plan was. So if you have someone that has maybe has a very strong competitive advantage in the election, but if you use a random function to select the head chief, then no matter what your competitive advantage is, it doesn't matter because it's a random function. And so I still I did support the previous chiefs by them really normalizing or equalizing the funds from the head chief. And I know that previous head chiefs, they didn't want the additional funds. I think we're perhaps at a different stage. I'm always trying to reiterate that when you have an organization and the scale changes, there's some actual mathematical transformations that happen that totally change the variables. So I think that on our current scale, it's appropriate to even out the head chief delegate. But as we scale, perhaps that would change because the risk of an incumbent advantage is much smaller now at a smaller scale, and it will that risk will increase as we scale further. So don't forget about the head chief delegate potentially having more funds. I think the original idea could come to light if we're able to grow and prosper and mature.
Well, I mean, I think it's probably good to wrap it at this point, unless anyone has anything else they want to announce or say. No? Okay. Well, I want to thank everyone. It's been an incredible fourth election. Everyone's done an incredible job. I'm so proud of this group of people, this community. I think the potential we will have to do something phenomenal is right in front of us. And I think the ideas that were mooted today, the strategies and the talent of this group is just extraordinary. So I cannot wait to see how the chief delegates turn the Eden Group 4 into something phenomenal. So best of luck. Congratulations, everyone. And unless anyone has anything else to say, go
3, 2, 1, 0, go Eden on EOS.
Thank you, Michael. You've done a great job.
Go EOS.
Go EOS.
Yeah.
Talk to you all
Thanks,
later.
Michael.
Oh, yes.
Great job, Michael. Great job.
Great job, Michael. Thank you, everybody. Go Eden.
Go Eden on EOS. Go EOS.
Yeah, baby.